Hello and welcome back. In this class we will see how to read and print emails and how to download attached files. As we can see, my inbox has 4 messages. Let's take advantage of these messages to quickly get to know the inbox columns. In the first column of the box we find the checkboxes, which will allow us to select several messages at once. Throughout the course we will see that we can use those checkboxes to carry out an action for several messages with a single command. Next to the checkboxes we see a column of stars. This column allows us to assign a star, or some other icon, to a given message. These icons can be used to organize messages in your inbox. The next column contains the name of the sender of the message. The next column contains the message title in bold. In addition to the title, we can also view the initial words of each message. And the last column contains the date and time each of the messages was sent. As we can see, some of these messages have some icons under the message title. These icons are indicators that these messages have attached files that can be viewed in Gmail itself. If we want, we can open these files even without opening the message. To do so, just click on the file in question. Some file types that can be viewed this way are images, some video formats, and PDF files. To close the file preview and return to the input box, just click on an area of the viewer not filled by the file. Or click on this arrow in the upper left corner of the interface. There are many types of files that cannot be viewed in this way by Gmail. These files will not appear this way in the interface, and you will need to open the message to download these files. This way of viewing the icons for attached files is only available in the default Gmail view. If we open the Settings menu and change the view density to comfortable or to compact, we will see that the icons for the attached files do not appear. For this class, I'm going to leave the visualization in default mode. Now, let's open some messages. From bottom to top, which is the order the messages arrived in, I'm going to click on the message sent by the Gmail team. As you can see, this is just a welcome message. This message is a dynamic email, which has some information that we can interact with. In this part where it says, "Get the most out of your Google account," there is a button that I can click to subscribe and receive notifications about Gmail. If I want to unsubscribe, I just click on Manage Your Preferences. Here I can choose to receive only a certain type of message. Or I can opt out of receiving any such messages by clicking Unsubscribe All. Then just close this browser tab to go back to the inbox. As this is a dynamic message, if I click on the browser's Reload button, we will see that the button goes back to suggesting that I register. The next buttons invite us to download Google applications for our cell phones. Since our focus right now is on the desktop interface, I won't talk about those options for now. And the last option is just a link for us to go into the account settings page and review our information. If we want to go back to the inbox now, we can go up to the top of the message and click Back to Inbox. Or we can simply click the inbox link on the left menu of the interface. We have also seen that it is possible to read the messages and view the inbox at the same time. For that, we go to the Settings menu and we can click on the Right of Inbox option or the Below Inbox option. For this class, I will leave the option right of inbox active. This way, the input box will be fixed to the left of the panel. And the message that is open will be visible on the right of the panel. Now I'm going to read this email sent by Emily. This email contains a recipe, which I would like to print out, so I can read it as I follow the instructions in the kitchen. To print a message, I can go to the top of the message and click on this icon of a printer. When I do that, the message will open in another browser tab, with the print window already open. In this window I can choose whether I am going to print on a printer that is configured on my computer, or whether I am going to save the file as a PDF. To print on the printer, just leave this option active and click on Print. In this case, I will cancel the command and close this browser tab to go back to Gmail. Another option for reading messages is to open the message in a separate window. To do this, just click on this icon in the upper right corner of the message. If you try to print the message from this window, you may get a message saying that the browser did not allow the print window to open. This happens because some browsers prevent other windows from opening for safety. To unblock this function for Gmail, you can click on Pop-up Blocked option in Chrome address bar and choose the option that allows Gmail to use pop-ups. This pop-up authorization system may be slightly different if you are using a different browser. Now I'm going to open the next message from Daniel. This message contains 2 attached files. We can open their view in Gmail itself by clicking on them, as we have already seen, or we can download these files to our computer. To download these files to the computer, we just have to click on this arrow icon, which appears when we pass the cursor over one of the files. With this, the file will be downloaded to the download folder configured in your browser. This folder is usually the operating system's own downloads folder. And if we go to this folder now, we will see that the file is there. After we download these files, we can see an icon for each file in the lower left corner of Google Chrome. If we click on the arrow next to the icon, we can see a menu where we can choose to open the file or open the folder where the file is located, clicking on Show in Folder. And that way we can view all the files downloaded on the computer. It may be that an email comes with many files attached. In this kind of situation, it would take a lot of time to click on each of the files to download. When that happens, we can click on this arrow, which is in the upper right corner of the region where the attached files are located. What this option does is it downloads all the attached files in a single compressed file. If we check the Downloads folder, we will see a zipped file. There, you can unzip the file using your operating system's unzipper. In my case, I'm using an unzip tool called 7-Zip. With it, just right-click on the file. Click on 7-Zip and click on Extract here. This will extract all files from the folder. In addition to downloading the file to the computer, we also have the option of saving the attachments in our own Google Drive. For this, instead of clicking on the arrow that appears when we place the cursor over the attachment, we will click on this other icon. If we want to save all the files in the drive at once, it would also be possible to do that by clicking on the Google Drive icon in the upper right corner of the Attachments region. To view the files in Google Drive, we can go to the Accounts Google Apps menu. And we can click on Drive. This will open Google Drive in a new tab. Google Drive is Google's cloud storage system. As I said before, when we create a Gmail account, we are actually creating a Google account. And this Google account includes several interesting applications. With your free Google account, you have access to 15 gigabytes of storage space on your Google Drive. And you can use this account to store up to 15 gigabytes of any files, which you can open on any device you access your account from. Here we can view each of the files. And we can organize the files into folders. To create a new folder, just go to New Folder in the upper left corner of the interface. When we click on this option, we can define a name for the folder. And we can click Create. To move files to this folder, just click and drag to create a selection window, just like we do in a regular operating system. And we can drag the selection into the folder. Then we can open the folder. And go back to the initial directory of the drive through the navigation system at the top of the drive. Or we can browse folders using the left column of the interface. To delete the folder, just right-click on it and click Remove. Now I'm going to close this browser tab. And I will open the last message. As we can see, this message also has an attached file. In this case, the attached file is a video file that can also be viewed by the Gmail viewer. So, if we click on it, we can watch the video in the browser itself. Or, as we have already seen, we can choose to save the file in Google Drive. Or download the file to your computer. And these are the basic functionalities related to reading, printing and managing attached files. Thanks for watching, and until next time.